See, increasing, next concept in application of derivative is increasing and decreasing function. Till now we saw many functions, okay? In that, how can we differentiate into increasing and decreasing function? So first we will see the definition of increasing and decreasing. So first one is increasing function. Suppose I is any interval, okay, and you take two values x1, x2 belongs to that particular interval, and if you get f of x1 value is less than or equal to f of x2 value, then function will be increasing function. See, what does it mean? Suppose you know this graph, okay, so suppose this interval we are considering, x1 x2 belongs to I. So suppose this is your x1 1, okay, and this is your x2, suppose 4. So what will be the value of f of x1 here, and what will be f of x2 value here, okay? So see, x1 is smaller than x2, we know. As we go to the right on x-axis, value will be increasing. So x1 is less than x2. Here I didn't write that condition. x1 should be less than x2, and x1 x2 belongs to I, x1 less than x2, and then f of x1 is also less than or equal to f of x2, then this function will be increasing function. Now here f of x1 is less than f of x2. Sometimes it can be equal also, okay? So better consider this graph. So this will be the perfect graph example of the increasing function, because see, the case which I took in that f of x1 is less than f of x2. Sometimes from this interval here to here we can have f of x1 equal to f of x2, isn't it? Suppose this is our x1, this one is x2, so f of x1 is also same and f of x2 is also same, okay? But x1 and x2, what is the relation in that? x1 is less than x2, so function will be increasing function. Now then, what will be strictly increasing? Strictly increasing means if x1 x2 belongs to I such that x1 is less than x2, and if this implies f of x1 is less than f of x2, means equal to sign is not there. So for this condition, function will be called as strictly increasing. So for this graph will work, okay? So you can take here x1 and x2 value. Suppose here x1, so function will be f of x1, and here this one is x2, suppose, so related value will be f of x2, okay? So clearly x1 is less than x2 and f of x1 is also f of x2, and there won't be a chance of equality. So this function is strictly increasing. Then we will see decreasing function. Decreasing function, okay? So decreasing function, let again I interval x1 and x2, two values belongs to I such that x1 is less than x2, but this time f of x1 is not less than or equal to x2. F of x1 is greater than and equal to f of x2. See this graph, okay? So here if you consider x1, this will be f of x1 value, and x2 suppose here, so this will be f of x2 value, है ना? Here clearly x1 is less than x2, but what we can observe in f of x value, f of x1 is greater than f of x2 value. Suppose here 1 2 3 4 5, this is at 5 and this is at 2, suppose. So 5 is greater than 2. Okay, in some cases it can be equal also. See this interval particular. Okay, so here we can get value of x1 and x2 will be x1 is less than x2, but f of x1 and x2 value we can get equal in this particular area. Okay, so that's why this function is decreasing function. Now then, what will be the strictly decreasing function? Strictly decreasing. Strictly decreasing, again let one interval I and x1 x2 belongs to that particular interval. Okay, and then x1 is less than x2 and f of x1 is strictly greater than f of x2. So here we can take example of this graph. So here if you check x1 and x2, so this will be f of x1, this is f of x2. So clearly x1 is less than x2, x1 is less than x2, but f of x1 is greater than f of x2. So this is definition of strictly increasing, strictly decreasing and decreasing function. Okay, so this is the definition. So for by using definition we can show function is increasing, decreasing or strictly increasing. See one example I will tell here. Suppose f of x is equal to x plus 5. So show that function is increasing function, strictly increasing. Okay, so here by using definition how we can solve? We will consider 2 points here, x1 and x2, such that x1 is less than x2. Okay, now we want here plus 5, so we will add 5 both the side. So plus 5 x2 plus 5. But this is what, if f of x is x plus 5, so x1 plus 5 will be f of x1 less than f of x2, isn't it? So we considered this and we have proved f of x1 is less than f of x2. So this function is strictly increasing function, therefore function is strictly increasing. Okay, so we can use definition to find whether function is increasing, decreasing or strictly increasing. But for complex type of functions, it will be very difficult to start from x1 and x2 and reach up to the complex function. Suppose x plus 2 cube, x minus 2 cube, or sine x, x plus 2 cube. So for such complex functions, new method of finding increasing and decreasing function came, that is first order derivative test. Okay, so what is that test and what is the need, you understood? So what is the first order derivative test? Derivative test. Okay, what does it mean? Again it is having two conditions. Function is increasing in particular domain, we can say in I, suppose interval. Okay, if derivative is positive, then we can say function is increasing. And second case, function is decreasing in I if f dash of x is negative. Okay, for x belongs to a comma b. Suppose I considered here a interval ab, so this should happen. So function is increasing if derivative is greater than 0, function is decreasing if derivative is less than 0. How it works? See, f of x, suppose complex example, x minus 2 cube. Okay, so see this particular example you can't solve using definition, it will be too complex to solve. But if you use first order derivative test, So f dash of x will be what? Power rule 3x minus 2 square. Now can I say this number will always be positive? Yes, because 3 is positive number and this is what? Square of any number. So square of any number is always positive. So we got derivative is positive, isn't it? Therefore function is increasing. So first derivative test made the result very easy and easy to solve and easy to understand. Okay, so we saw the condition for increasing, we saw the condition for decreasing, but we learned in Rolle's theorem and mean value theorem, if derivative is 0 means what? Function is constant. Okay, so that third condition also we can include here. Third condition, if f dash of x equal to 0 for x belongs to a comma b, then function will be f is a constant function. So these three rules are there in first order derivative test. Question is, show that the function given by f of x equal to 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing. So here we will use first order derivative test. So we will find derivative of this. We will differentiate with respect to x. So derivative of 3x is 3, derivative of 17 is 0. So 3 is a positive number, it will be positive throughout R. Okay, so therefore f dash of x we got positive, therefore function is increasing on R. F of x is equal to e power 2x. So here first using first order derivative test we will find derivative. So derivative of e power 2x will be same, and then derivative of 2x is 2. So 2 into e power 2x. Okay, now suppose x belongs to R. So x can take positive value also, negative value also. So if it is positive, no problem, this term will be positive, but if it is negative, then also this term will be positive. See, 2 into minus 1, so e power minus 2, that is 1 by e square. So again it will be positive. So for both positive and negative value of x, this term will be positive for all x belongs to R. Okay, so therefore we got f dash of x is positive, therefore f is increasing function on R. Question number 3 is, function is, show that the function given by sin x, f of x equal to sin x, is strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by 2, decreasing in this interval, and neither increasing nor decreasing in 0 comma pi. See, sin x graph we know it is given by this. Okay, so if we see sin x throughout R, okay, if you consider R as domain, so sin x graph is treated as neither increasing nor decreasing, because for some interval it is increasing, for some part it is decreasing. So this particular graph is oscillating type. Okay, but if you consider small interval, in that you can discuss about the increasing and decreasing. See, for example, from 0 to pi by 2 function is increasing, then decreasing. Okay, then decreasing, increasing, like that. In small domain you can talk about increasing and decreasing function. So here also domain is given to us. First of all, f of x is sin x, so we will find derivative f dash of x is cos x. Okay, now for the first part we have to show that it is strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by 2. So 0 comma pi by 2 means first quadrant, so we will write since in first quadrant, that is 0 comma pi by 2, cos x is positive, isn't it? Therefore f dash of x will be positive, therefore f of x is strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by 2. Okay, now for the second part, it's strictly decreasing in pi by 2 to pi. So we will write here in pi by 2 to pi is what? Second quadrant है ना, this is B part. So in second quadrant, that is from pi by 2 to pi, cos x is negative, so f dash of x will be negative. So f of x is strictly decreasing function in pi by 2 to pi. Okay, so this is the answer for the second part. Now to show for the third part, see, domain is 0 to pi. Domain is what? 0 to pi. So in 0 to pi, if you observe 0 to pi, we can write 0 to pi by 2 plus pi by 2 to pi. So in 0 to pi by 2, function is increasing, pi by 2 to pi, function is decreasing. So in whole domain 0 to pi, we will say function is neither increasing nor decreasing. Means one particular positive or negative we can't say, no. So that's why for this we will write, since 0 comma pi, we can write 0 comma pi by 2 plus pi by 2 to pi. Okay, so in 0 comma pi by 2, f of x is increasing, strictly increasing in pi by 2 to pi. No need to write this, directly we can mention f of x is strictly decreasing, therefore in 0 comma pi, function is neither increasing nor decreasing. Question number 4 is, find the interval in which function given by this is increasing strictly and strictly decreasing. So first we will find derivative. Okay, so 4x minus 3. Now for the first part, so for the function to be strictly increasing, okay, what should be the condition? F dash of x greater than 0. So we will write, for f of x to be strictly increasing, f dash of x should be positive. But what we got f dash of x as 4x minus 3 positive. So 4x, 3x is greater than 3 by 4. That means interval we should write. So x belongs to all the values of x greater than 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 greater than 3, not equal to, so open interval and infinity. X belongs to this interval. Okay, so for the first part, strictly increasing, x should belong to this interval. For the second part, strictly decreasing, for f of x to be strictly decreasing, f dash of x should be less than 0. Okay, so 4x is less than 3, x is less than 3 by 4. X less than 3 by 4 means x belongs to minus infinity to 3 by 4 interval.